1983 in film by the Cinema Snob is here, people, and it's near 4.5 hours long. Click on the link in the comments and in the description and enjoy my run through 3D films, terrible sequels, Conan and Mad Max knockoffs, James Bond movies, raunchy comedies, Cold War paranoia, and so much more. It's my favorite video series to do, and I hope you enjoy it and support it. Alright, welcome to the show, everyone. After years and years and years of doing Brad Tries, 14 years, really? It's now gotten to the point. The first episode of Brad Tries was on Brad Tries Whiteout. I've now been doing the show for so long, I could do an episode on a 14-year-old bottle of Whiteout, which I would probably like just as much as a regular bottle of Mountain Dew Whiteout. So yes, indeed, we are doing baby food here. It works out because I just saw on Twitter someone write to me and say, yeah, be careful. That's not the best brand in the world. And I think I saw something about a recall going on or something. I'm like, oh well, perfect. That means that if any of that's true, then boy, I picked the right brand to try on here. You don't want to try that. It's about 30 years old. Oh, but that means I do want to try it. So we've got about 5 different things here. I am very surprised it took me this long to get around to doing Brad Tries baby food. Just wait until Brad tries breast milk. Or wait, is there a drink I had on an old episode that was called that? Not that it was actually that, but called that. I remember there being like a shot that was called sperm, and it was in a little like a little semen shot thing, and it was all right. I actually kind of remember that being all right. That was an older episode, I believe. I'll have to go back and look to see all the suggestive titles of my food and drink tasting shows that might match the amount of suggestive titles on the Cinema Snob. So let's get, speaking of the Snob, let's go ahead and get the homework out of the way first before I have my fantastic dinner of baby food. Special thanks to everyone who tuned in as we used the premiere feature for this particular Snob episode. This was on Monday. We had a double feature episode of Getting It On and My Tutor. So if you ain't selling hidden camera footage of the girls in high school, then you're definitely banging your French tutor. That made for an excellent double feature of 1983 movies. It's all that's what we had to do to pass school back then. At least the exam with the help of the French tutor. Turns out sex helps with all of that. No, it was great being there, watching it live, being in the chat with the community and everything. And for longer episodes, I'll definitely do that in the future. And subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get the alerts for our episodes, our premieres, our live streams, so you can get all those notifications. And we'll be doing another double feature on Monday as well. Monday at 7 p.m. we'll have another Snob double feature. I'm going to try to do that throughout the rest of the month to do 1983 themed double features. And we've got both of them coming up on Monday. We've got the 1983... We've got 2 1983 detective movies. One, the Wingshauser movie, Deadly Force, and the other one, it's a movie that's so bad that, wow, it was the most 1976 movie of 1983. It was bad in like another Son of Sam kind of bad, where... I always took this as like a 70s thing where it's padded out with lounge singer acts. Like Mr. No Legs does that, another Son of Sam does that. Three on a Meat Hook does that too. And so does this one. This other movie, it's bad. It is I can't give everything away, but you can see it early on Patreon. Deadly Force is on there right now on Patreon. That's patreon.com/thecinemasnob. And the really bad one I'm talking about, that I'll be editing. I wrote it and shot it today. I'll be editing it tomorrow. So, ooh, it was. It's not good when like the quality is really bad. Like, not like, sure, you could probably find like, if they released it on Blu-ray and cleaned it up visually, it would look fine. But when the copy that you have is like this 8th generation VHS of a movie from 1983, they didn't work very hard at preserving this movie. Oh, I've also got a convention appearance coming up as well. Yeah, we're going to be at Planet FunkCon. I'll have copies of the book. Yes, it is the Bruce edition. We talked a little bit about that last week, the Bruce edition of Class of 86. So come see me at Planet FunkCon. That's August 25th through 27th in Davenport, Iowa. And I'll have some DVDs too. We'll have our DVDs, and I'll have plenty of copies of Class of 86. So come see us there. And all right. I think we've gotten our homework out of the way without banging the teacher. That was a 1982 movie called Homework. All right, I should do one on that in the future. There's plenty from 82 I missed. I got the important one, Private Lessons, but I missed out on Homework. All right, now let's do what y'all came here to see me do. Advertise different videos and conventions, and now you've all taken off. All right, so here's how we ended up coming across these. Well, I don't know. Obviously, of course, we're gonna have our first child due on October 1st. But well, let's just set it up with some more pictures, of course, because this does tie in to the to our baby shower from a couple weekends ago, and we bought these in preparation for that baby shower. But my stepfather-in-law, he's a professional photographer, so we did get some of our pictures back, clearly reading the novelization of the classic film Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. And I actually do know what I'm saying in this picture. I remember. My memory's still good. I remember the baby shower from a couple of weeks ago. No, I'm not even kidding. I do know what I'm saying here. I'm actually talking to Sarah in this shot, and I see the book, and I remember the book from when I was a kid. Of course, that was popular when I was a kid too. I looked at Sarah and I go, "We went to go see that movie version, right? Did we like it?" Because I couldn't remember if we gave it a positive review or not. I say to Sarah, I'm saying to her, "Did we like that movie?" And Sarah goes. Sarah assured me that we didn't, so we must have given the Alexander movie a negative review. I got a couple more on here. Look, Brad, inside. Look, honey, inside it's a bag of seeds and instructions for a hair transplant. I'm just saying, you're starting to look like if David Cross was cast as a funny uncle who pops up on an episode of Step by Step. Oh, and, well, there's balloons there. It's all hung up like that. So we got to pose like it's a prom. We got the pregnancy out of the way before the prom. Not the night of. We're shaking it up a bit. See? Beautiful, gorgeous prom slash baby shower photos. Until it became a Stephen King prom baby shower. When Dave dumped a bucket of placenta on us. I found out my wife has powers. Okay, now we can try the baby food. So we're in the store getting like all the food and everything that we need for the shower. And Laura says, Laura goes, "Don't people play games at baby showers?" And I go, we can get like, I don't know, pin the tail on the donkey. I can hook up the Nintendo. We can get an old TV. I'll hook up the Nintendo. It's key that we get an old TV, because I hate that half-second lag. So Laura said something like, "Oh, don't people usually do something like a game where you like blind taste test some baby food, and we'll give a gift card to whoever gets the most right. We've gotten a lot of gift. We always get a lot of gift cards over Christmas. So we can re-gift one of those. There's probably several in the junk drawer. Sweet Pizza Hut gift card is waiting for you if you guess these baby foods. Actually, you know what? The Cheesy Bites pizza might be coming back. I'm gonna hang on to that Pizza Hut gift card for a little bit. So we ended up looking at some different flavors, ones that sounded like not weird, but not your normal flavor, the go-to ones you would think of off the top of our head. Anyway, we didn't end up playing any games. A lot of us hadn't seen each other in a while, so we were playing catch up. We were shooting the shit. It was a blast. It was a total blast just to hang out with everyone, have the old group together again, and not try the baby food we bought in case we ran out of things to talk about. To try some mystery baby food. Luckily, Sarah and I were able to talk about Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. All right, I'm just gonna kind of go in order here. I got 5 of them. This one, I like mangoes. This might be okay. It's technically not the first time I've had baby food. I mean, just saying, it's not the first time I've had it, but it's been I don't know, 41 years since I've had it. Let's see if it holds up. I don't know. I don't remember what I thought of baby food. All right. Well, that is. That's all right. That's like a nice mango pudding right there. I was more so kind of expecting the consistency of applesauce, but with mangoes. Let me taste test this, which I'll do for all of my son's foods in case I can get a hilarious reaction out of them. Well, that's not bad at all. Now I know why the dude in RoboCop was like, tastes like baby food, and then just kept eating it. It's all right. It is kind of like it's not it's not as thick as a custard. It's kind of thin. I guess it's sort of like if you tried making a mango pudding, but screwed up some ingredients, came out a little thin, but yeah, it's kind of like like a nice jam, really. Oh yeah, that's for something that I was warned about on Twitter. Well, this is okay. I might be hurled over the toilet later on, but if I'm going to be throwing up on the toilet later, I've had worse on Brad Tries because of that. Like the 20, 30-year-old bottle of Zima that made me do that. The Reggie bar made me do that. This, no, it's okay. Try these so my son can later stack up the jars to make sure his aim is right on his RoboCop gun. Okay, this one I'm concerned about. This is green beans. Not the biggest fan of green beans in the world. I grew up with green beans being like my least favorite food. And now, you get older. Like now, no, I couldn't sit there and just eat green beans on their own. But if it's, kind of chopped up or in something like a pot pie or something like that, all right, yeah, then I'm fine with it. But okay. I don't know. It's starting to look more like vomit, people. But, all right, let's see. I had green bean soda one time. That was all right. I had green bean ice cream once. I don't remember what I thought of it. Must have thought it was mediocre. Ooh. Ooh, the mangoes have turned. Oh, the best part is I throw this up, it'll come out looking exactly the same. Not because clearly I am possessed by Satan, Man, it kind of looks like my wife's smoothies. Dude! Well, at least I got the good one out of the way first. Whoa! It is chunkier than it's more textured than the smoothness of the mango that was like a nice hardwood floor, where this one looks like and has the consistency of licking old carpeting. My son likes this. I'm very concerned. It means he has terrible taste. We need to get you much better taste in food, son, and get you a Happy Meal right away. Does it come with shit like this? No. It's got stuff every growing boy needs: cheeseburger, fries, soda. They say you can substitute the fries for apple slices. We'll tell your mom I got you the apple slices. I'll get you the fries. God, I gotta talk through how horrible that is. Oh, maybe it'll be better if I add hot sauce to it. Damn, man. Oh. That's the baby food that the Ed 209 can have. And it's great. I should have gotten more than one spoon. Do it and get it over. Whoa. Mm. I had to. Oh, I was about to gag there for a second. What's the next one? Okay. Butternut squash. I actually don't know if I've had butternut squash before. I don't remember what it tastes like, so I don't know what I'm getting into here. My what I closely associate butternut squash with is the Nutter Butt squash joke from Friends. So, all right, just please be better than the green beans. My wife will be like, "Your son's not eating his green beans." I'll be like, "Oh, good." Do you blame him? Okay. Well, this one, look, they're starting to look more and more like applesauce. The more that I dig into these. I'll have to ask my mom what I thought of green bean baby food when I was young. Well, that's all right. Oh, look, it's better than the other one. This kind of tastes. This one has more of like an applesauce feel to it. This is like kind of like a bland sweet potato flavor. Really, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. You add some add add some salt to it. It might be all right. That for me trying it, I will be like, hey, hang on, son. That looks a little bland. Here, give some couple of spoonfuls of salt in there. Now you're ready to go. Oh no, that's sugar. Oh, dude. Oh my God. All right. Well, this is make a deal with the devil time, where it's like, Satan, please, please give me some flavor I like. Give me something I would well, not buy on my own in baby food form, but maybe in delicious dip form. Oh, sweet corn. Cool. I love sweet corn. But the devil always comes to collect. It can't just be sweet corn. No, 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 no. It's also got to be sweet corn and green beans. Ooh, two of them fighting out. Two worlds collide, rival nations. This is what Survivor was singing about in the 80s. Sweet corn and green beans. You know what? Sweet Corn and Green Beans was a very underrated Fred Williamson, Richard Roundtree movie of the 70s. It's a lot better than the Fred Williamson, Richard Roundtree movie that I watched earlier today. Another clue about the other snob episode coming up. Okay. Please taste more like sweet corn. Hang on. Kind of got the consistency of the green bean vomit. Yeah, alright. I guess the sweet corn wins on this one. It did take some damage from the green beans. The sweet corn, it made it out on top. It made it out on top. It ended up getting ended up TKOing Mr. Dreeb in round 3. Like, so, a little bit bloodied in the face. But it's what I taste them both, but I am focusing on the sweet corn, because if I think too much about the green beans, the nightmares will return. Okay. One more left. I'm glad. I'm not gonna lie. My stomach is starting to hurt. So get your super chat questions in. We'll do that right after this. Okay. No, it looks. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is prunes, people. Prunes. Prunes and not delicious milk chocolate like it looks like. All right. My stomach is getting ready for the pain, because not that I'm going to have baby food next week. Oh, not that I'm going to have baby food next week. But as of now, we're planning on a state fair video, on shooting a state fair video next week. So my stomach hasn't been used to that kind of thing in a while. So usually when I make a trip to Springfield, I get a bit more of a stomach ache than I used to when I lived there. Yeah, there's the prunes, people. Again, prunes, not something that I have very common, if at all. So I've really got no comparison on what this will taste like. That's sweet. That's not bad. It's not green beans, and it's not green beans fighting sweet corn or the kind of bland butternut squash. This one, it's like, oh, it's sweet. That means it's way better. It's a little too sweet, but it's not bad. This is I could spread this. I could spread this on some toast. Spread this on some toast. Have this be a nice little side with my breakfast. I won't, because again, I'm starting to get a stomach ache. It isn't just the green beans and the sweet corn that are fighting in my stomach right now. It is mango, green beans, more green beans, and sweet corn, prunes, and butternut squash all duking it out on my stomach, and just saying that sentence out loud makes me want to vomit. Ooh, man. So, okay. That's... My stomach's very confused right now. It thinks I'm hungover. So, all right. That is the best one, the mango. Worst, green beans. No shit. So, all right. Now we can have target practice to line up my sight afterwards. Okay, let's... Oh, you want me to mix them all? I was hoping someone wouldn't say that, because now I have to. All right, let's go ahead and mix them all. Hang on, I'm going to put you down real quick, like I'm talking to you on the phone. All right, let's get a little bit of the mango in there. Mango, green beans. I'm not going to wipe it off the spoon afterwards. Green beans might come out being the most dominant flavor, since 2 of these things have green bean flavors in it. The prunes. Alright. Sciencing the shit out of this. Okay. And then we add the marshmallows, the hot sauce, the salt. The secret sauce. Gotta get the mayonnaise in there. Alright. Let's put this shit under a microscope. Alright. The most prominent flavor is the mango. Thank God. I mostly taste the mango. The other flavors made it a little more bland than when it was on its own, but the mango was the best one, so I'm glad that was the flavor that won out. Christ. Anyway, afterwards I'll find out exactly if or why these have been recalled. Maybe that'll explain my stomach ache. All right. Whew. Shit. Okay, let's go ahead and let's that was fun. That was fun and a long time coming. Took us having a kid for me to finally do an episode on baby food. All right, people. Let's go ahead and do the super chats right now. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat questions. Hope you're all having a great week too. Campbellzilla, you made it here this one. Usually when I get yours, it's you're working and you send them in the afternoon, but it's cool to see you here during the stream this time. Campbellzilla says, have you seen the alien abduction film Communion from '89? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Is that the walk? That's the walking one, right? I remember coming across that on like late night television, because doesn't it have like a probing scene or something on it? I remember kind of coming across that on cable when I was a kid, and that one scene from it, if it's the if it is the same movie, that I remember the most from it. And I think you can find that scene on YouTube as well. And maybe I should do an episode on that just to refresh my memory of the 80s like weird walk-in movies. The Dead Zone's a classic, and Brain Scan's good too. Yeah, those two I like a lot. He did an underrated one with Tom Berenger as an action movie called The Dogs of War. That one was good. I remember renting that when I was young. Kyler Friends says, Hi Brad, congrats on everything. So far, what are some of your favorite Steven Seagal movies, and have you seen his recent films like China Salesman? No, I think the most recent of his that I saw was Sniper Special Ops, I think is what it was, where it was filmed on the sets of American Sniper. And I think the director really did use like a lot of like practical bullet effects when they were hitting the walls. I watched it because Ryan, who you know from the channel, he's been on midnight screenings. He directed both Snob Movies and Jesus Bro. He was the editor on it. And when he was editing it, I remember him telling me about how it was challenging because they had just like not much Seagal footage, but sort of had to spread it throughout the movie. The movie itself is it's okay. Like of some of his direct-to-video ones, it's not one of the worst, but he's like honestly barely in it. So a lot of his direct-to-videos I couldn't really get into, and I loved his theatrical stuff, because when you're looking at him direct-to-video and you look at him theatrical, it's night and day. I mean, he was very good on camera when he did his early 90s movies. There was a lot of life in his performance. I know he gets a lot of flack for not being the best actor in the world, and sure, he isn't the most versatile actor in the world, but for movies like Out for Justice, which I love, Marked for Death, which I love, Above the Law, both Under Siege, of course, he's great in those. Like, he does have, if he's playing that kind of part, he has a lot of charisma. He's very good in those movies, and he's funny in those films too. Then you get direct to video, and it's like it's a different guy, and not in a good way. Like, everything that worked about him in stuff like the movies I just mentioned was just kind of gone. Sometimes it'd come back. I thought he was good in Machete. Other times it was just kind of depressing. Like, if you're like me, and my dad and I would go see his movies in theaters. So I don't remember what the last one of his was that I saw. But no, I always really liked Out for Justice a lot. Under Siege is freaking great, but Out for Justice I think is underrated. Jacob Matthew Crawford mentions in the chat, the Glimmer Man and I can't Fire Down Below. I can't go along with you on. But Glimmer Man is entertaining. It's got that great restaurant fight scene where that guy keeps trying to talk mad shit to him, and Seagal keeps kicking this guy's ass in this mafia run restaurant he's in, where Brian Cox is like a mob boss, and this henchman like guy keeps trying to talk mad shit to Seagal, even though Seagal keeps throwing him through walls every time he gets in his face. I kind of like the Glimmer Man. It's not great. I actually mentioned the Glimmer Man in Deadly Force, the Snob episode that's over on Patreon right now, because it's another action movie / serial killer film like that was. Jacob Matthew Crawford says, "Good evening, Brad. What do you think makes an anti-hero? A good guy with a little bit of bad, or a bad guy with a little bit of good?" That's a good question. You know it when you see it, really. Like, if usually it's like, because yeah, you know, you can have a hero who's flawed, certainly, but if you got someone who, in any other story or in anyone else's story, like, they would probably be a villain, but for the sake of the story in the movie you're watching, they're the protagonist of it, then sure, that's what an anti-hero is. You know, the classic example is Alex DeLarge, a guy who is he's a killer, he's a thief, he's a serial rapist, but you're watching it and he is the hero of that story, and he's telling the story, so in his point of view, he is the hero of it. So certainly that's what makes that. Like, if if you've got someone who by all accounts kind of is a bad person, vigilante movies kind of fall in. Not that I would say in those that a lot of them are necessarily bad people, but they are doing, you know, a lot of illegal shit. Depends on the movie. It depends on the vigilante movie. Some of them go into anti-hero territory. Others, you know, it might just be like a revenge story or something. Campbell Zilla says, "Have you seen any of the Prophecy films with Christopher Walken in the first 3? Yeah, I saw the first one, and I liked it. I liked the first one. You want to see a batshit crazy version of it, go see Devil Conspiracy that was out in theaters this year. Ooh, it's amazing. It's like the lost direct-to-video Christopher Lambert movie in theaters. It was great. I never saw the sequels to the Prophecy. But no, I remember thinking the first one was all right. You know, I watched it. I didn't see it in theaters, but I saw it I saw it not long after it was in theaters, and yeah, I watched it on. It's probably on HBO or something. That felt appropriate. Watching it on cable. Neon Warlock. Hell yeah. He goes, "Last Dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. Congrats on being a dad, Brad. Thank you." One Tom Petty fan to another. That's a great music video. Oh, his music videos were masterpieces, man. And that one with Kim Basinger, oh, it's great. Yeah. I dig the reference. Right on. MH We Eat Nation. I rewatched your Jonestown episode. That's Johnsontown. Thank you very much. That's Guyana. That's for those in the chat who maybe haven't seen that episode. That's Guyana Cult of the Damned. It was a Jonestown movie from 78, 79, 80 maybe even. No, it was like 78, 79. Stuart Whitman played Jim Jones in it, only they didn't use the real names, but he's clearly Jim Jones, except he's called James Johnson, and it's Johnsontown. Nice. Anyway, he goes, "Watch your Jonestown episode, and you mentioned a film called Eaten Alive, not the Tobe Hooper one." Oh, yeah, that one. That's Umberto Lenzi. That Eaten Alive, the Amazon Cannibal movie. He goes, "And you said you were going to get to that movie soon." Well, by soon, I guess I mean several years. Did you forget about it because it's not on your IMDb episode list? That is one in a long line of movies that have been on the list for a really long time and just haven't gotten to it. That's a movie that is It's a Lindsay Amazon cannibal movie. It's got Robert Kerman in it, where it's like if you combined, like Mountain of the Cannibal God or something like that with Jonestown. It's Robert Kerman is hired by this woman to help her find her sister in the Amazon, and it turns out she's fallen in with this Jonestown like cult, and the cult leader keeps everyone there because there's the Amazon cannibals on the outside of it. It's fun. I like Robert Kerman a lot. I think he's a really underrated lead. He's in Debbie Does Dallas too. He's versatile as hell. You look at him in Cannibal Holocaust, Eaten Alive, and then in Debbie Does Dallas, it's night and day. He's like a comedic buffoon in Debbie Does Dallas, and then does some cool action movie stuff in Eaten Alive. He was in some cop movies too. He's passed away since, but very good actor. And Eaten Alive was one that it was almost like a clip show of that kind of movie. Not to the extent of like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, but it is made up of like some clips and even soundtracks from some others. Like it shows clips from some other cannibal movies, and I think even uses the Cannibal Ferox music in some scenes. And yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. But no, I would say that I should get around to doing that, but if there is a genre of movie that would be very hard to feature on YouTube, it's that genre. There's some episodes that I've done. I did Cannibal Holocaust. I did Cannibal Ferox. I did Jungle Holocaust. Did I do Mountain of the Cannibal God? I can't remember. That's the one with Ursula Andress and Stacy Keach. It's got a cannibal having sex with a pig in one scene. Of course, it's got someone's dick getting chopped off. It's in all of those movies. I don't remember if I did Mountain of the Cannibal God or not. But anyway, I don't know if I can get away with doing it on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I should do some of those at some point. Cody Bishop goes, any plans on reviewing the new It movies? Oh, the Stephen King ones, the new ones? Nah. I would have a lot more Stephen King movies I'd want to get to before then. I want to stick to the Stephen King stuff from the 80s. I did Carrie. I did Salem's Lot. When that new Christine comes out, I'll do John Carpenter's Christine. I should do Cujo at some point. I love Cujo. I do want to do Sometimes They Come Back. That's great. Robert Russler is awesome in that. He's a ghost greaser guy hunting Tim Matheson. It's awesome. I love that movie. The Langoliers I would want to do. The Shining miniseries. Yeah, I did an episode on Kubrick's Shining. The Shining miniseries I would want to do. I want to do more long supersized episodes like that, because like I said, I had a fun time using the Premiere feature for getting it on in my tutor. So if you haven't seen those episodes, that episode, it's a double feature. Check it out. Jacob Matthew Crawford says, me and my cousin Allison Charleston's reaction to Freak Out is now up. He goes, very hard one to edit. Allie liked how it came out, though. Yeah, Freak Out. That was my first movie. Like, speaking of true story movies that take a lot of liberties, it's the movie where I played a fictitious version of Dean Corll, the Candyman. I was way too young to play that part at the time. I'm a little more age appropriate now, kind of. Well, more so than then, I guess. That was the first full-length movie I did. Yeah, it was 20. I can't believe it's been 20 years. I haven't seen it in a long, 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 long time. And I'd be afraid to go back and revisit it, because I already know, like, I won like a best villain. It's one of the, is it the only acting award I won? I might have won one for, I think I won something at a festival for the first Cinema Snob movie, but I won a villain award for freak out, my serial killer performance. Oh, sorry, one of my serial killer performances. It was the first one, though. It was the first one. I played about 12 more serial killers after that. No, I remember certain things about that movie that I would probably still say worked. It's got a big disco soundtrack. I'm sure I'd like that. I'm sure I would like the black and white stuff. And also, whenever it was in a torture dungeon, it went from black and white to like this blood red lighting. I imagine I would still probably really like that. I guarantee you I would think that the movie's too long and needs to be severely edited down because it's like a 2 hour and 20-minute movie. We also kind of didn't know how to end it either. My scripts were really long at the time. I did a movie after that called Cheap that had to be edited down from like 3 hours. It's edited down from 3 hours to 1 hour and 50 minutes. I was on some drugs back then. My scripts were a little long. They're about as thick as the Bible. But of my favorite, again, it's hard for me to say because I'm only going from memory. It's not like I rewatch a lot of these. Freak Out I would probably put up there with, if you asked what some of my like better performances were, I would probably put Freak Out up there. Yeah, despite me looking too young for the part. It was I got to go really over the top in it, and if I like going over the top and stuff, so if I get to do that, I'll usually think my performance in it turned out all right. I don't think all of my performances are good. Trust me, there's some where I'm like, ooh, I was kind of shitty in that. All right, so I think that's it for the super chats. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. My stomach ache appears to have gone away. Maybe because I've been sitting here. Maybe if I'll move, it'll unfortunately come back. We'll see if I wake up in the middle of the night in a big flop sweat. If my stomach feels better, I'm not saying it feels perfect. Like, one sudden move, that baby food is coming back up. Laura's going to have 2 people to take care of. Stop eating your son's food. He's eating mine. He ate my McRib. Yeah, that stomach ache is still there, man. Okay. All right. That was a fun time. So, okay. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob. Subscribe to us. Click the notification bell so you can get all the alerts when we go live, when we do premieres, when new videos come up, so you can see the community section that's got links to all of our Patreon stuff. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/thecinemasnob. And check out our recent episode this week, our double feature episode on Getting It On and My Tutor. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.
Everybody, come join the party.